What's good, YouTube? This video is going to be about how to take your power back from men. I get a lot of clients who are in these situations with guys who don't care about them, don't love them, don't respect them, don't consider them. Also get into cycles where they treat themselves the same as the men who mistreat them. So again, this video is going to be about 5 ways to restore your self-respect and take your power back from men once you decide to take dominion over your life and relationships.
Listen, for those of you who've been waiting on the KFIC Financial Education channel, I'm in the process of getting licensed as a financial advisor. I'm working on license 2 of 4. It won't be long, but when I start and actually sign my contract to become a financial advisor, I won't actually be able to make content on YouTube. I won't be able to promote it on YouTube, talk finance, even say the word money or financial product across any channel or social media I have. Because of that, if you want to work with me, or if you're a person who wants to look into investing, retirement planning, estate planning, tax strategy, or anything in the realm of fortifying your financial future through education and potentially making a move or taking some action, text me directly the word money at 614-254-6633. Okay? 614-254-6633. If you text me the word money, you'll be on my list, and I'll start giving out free sessions to people who are looking for a financial advisor, are looking to be educated on their specific circumstances, educating people on their options and how they can fortify their financial futures and the futures of their family. If you wait till I'm licensed, it will be too late, because I will not be able to mention my services or my company on YouTube at all. So as soon as I become an actual financial advisor, you won't hear from me in that capacity. So get on my list now and text me the word money.
So with that said, the first tip on this list is say no. Learn how to say no. Far too many women are saying yes when their real gut feeling, their real desire, and the real inkling in their spirit is to say no. But they don't know how to say no. They haven't developed that resistance to conflict. They're so afraid of someone getting upset with them that they say yes when their answer, what they really mean, is no. What they really want is no. You got to cut that out. You abuse yourself when you're not loyal to your own true desires. And I'm not talking about the pursuit of pleasure here. I'm talking about the pursuit of being genuine and having healthy relationships that are healthy for you to have. If you're a people pleaser, if you don't know how to say no to a man because you like him, if you don't know how to say no to a man because you're afraid of conflict, you're doing yourself the injustice. We point to the abuser far too many times because it's easier to point out than to point in. But that's you. You are the one saying yes when you really mean no. A person can only abuse you as much as you allow them to, within reason, and of course with the exception of people who are in danger. But a lot of y'all are not being abused. You're just abusing yourself through not being able to handle conflict that comes with rejecting a person's wants or desires. If you want to take your power back from anyone who's been siphoning off your energy, or your efforts, or your resources, learn how to say no. Moving on. The second way that you can take your power back from men is be unavailable. Have a life. Have something to do. Have a schedule that doesn't involve chasing some man trying to seek his validation through being available to him. Too often a woman will put everything she has down, even if she has a full schedule, for the man that she's hoping to get, for the guy she's hoping to make fall for her, for the guy she slept with in hopes that he would like her, who doesn't like her, but now she's trying to do more and more and more to make sure that her sleeping with him wasn't a mistake and ultimately leads to something, which usually leads her to wasting more of her time in her life, chasing a relationship with no potential, just so she could feel like she didn't make a mistake by giving herself to this man emotionally and physically. In doing that, becoming completely available to this man's beck and call. For what? So that he can just play with her some more? Learn how to say no, first of all, and then learn how to be unavailable. Get something else to do besides kiss this man's ass. There is no power, no dominion, and no authority, no personal self-respect in kissing a man's ass and chasing him around, trying to show him that you're good enough for a relationship. With that said, moving on, the third way that you can take your power back is only reward respect. Too often a young woman will meet a man, he'll say something bold, he'll say something daring, and she'll be impressed by that. She'll be impressed by the heart that he shows, the fearlessness, the confidence. She'll be so impressed, in fact, that she won't even notice that she's just been disrespected, that she's just been demeaned or diminished, that she's just been dehumanized by a man, that she's just been objectified. Too often women reward disrespect because it feels alpha. It feels like you're dealing with a real man when he jars you a little bit with his truth, when he keeps it so real that it's a little bit uncomfortable. Sometimes we give rudeness, recklessness, abuse, and damaging behavior credit for being real. We confuse being genuine for being harmful, for being hurtful, for trampling other people's boundaries, for having no respect. Every man too stupid to watch what he says isn't an alpha male and isn't ultra confident and isn't somehow or another more valuable than a man who has decency and watches what he says to people because he's concerned about the impact of his words. We need to stop this so-called real worship because everybody's not keeping it real. Some people are just keeping it real fucking rude. There's nothing masculine about being a dickhead. So only reward respect. If a man is talking down to you, if he's saying inappropriate things to you, if he's not respecting your boundaries or he's offending you without care, stop thinking that shit's alpha. There's nothing alpha about that. It's just dumb. Anyway, moving on. The fourth way that you can take your power back is only believe in consistency. Too often a woman will be dating a guy, he'll do something one time and she'll start to give him credit for doing that as if it's a pattern, as if he's established this habit pattern and practice with her. She might see one thing, he might buy her flowers one time and she'll give him credit for being romantic. He might ask one great question and she'll give him credit for being curious. He might flirt one time or compliment her looks one time and she'll give him credit for liking her or being attracted to her or making her feel beautiful. If you don't see a habit pattern in practice and play at all times, if you don't see a discernible and predictable pattern form, please don't give a person credit, especially a new man in your life, for being anything greater than average until you see who he is. Wise men make these same judgments for the women they choose. Consistency, patterns, habits, those are the baseline that you base your opinion about a person on. So many of y'all be like, oh my God, he was a fraud. He tricked me. He did this, he did that. But you've only seen whatever great thing that you said about him one time. Too often when your friends and family ask you what you like about a guy, you talk about this one instance here or this one instance there, and you try to make that who they are. When the majority of the time, there's something else that someone else can see, but for whatever reason, you can't see. You're holding on to the small glimmer of hope from that one action, that one comment, completely removing yourself from the truth of their consistency. The consistency of them not calling, not checking up on you, not being respectful, being only sexual with you, only showing up when there's something fun to do, not being considerate, not being available, and almost never saying yes to anything that inconveniences them. The consistency of their emotional unavailability, you ignored. But that one time they said that sweet thing, or the one time they did the romantic thing, you're trying to act like that's who they always are, but it's not. A man or woman are their habits, patterns, and practices. The discernible and predictable traits that they've shown over and over again. Not that one thing that impressed you that gave you hope so you can hold on to it. Please start being more honest with yourselves about what you're getting from people consistently and only reward and only believe in that consistency. Moving on, the fifth and final way that you can take your power back from men is be willing to walk away. Stop holding on to a man's ankles as he tries to walk away from you. Stop ass-kissing men. Stop begging these men to do something that they don't want to do, to be someone that they don't want to be, to start relationships that they don't believe in, to commit. If a man doesn't believe in love, if he doesn't believe in marriage, if he doesn't believe in family, if he doesn't believe in commitment or staying or loyalty to a woman, if he doesn't believe in compromise and cooperation, if he thinks submission is only a woman's job, if he knows that you're not going anywhere no matter what he says, what he does, and how he treats you, you've just committed to being shat on and abused indefinitely. And you're the culprit as well because you're allowing it. And I don't give a damn who tells you what. When you're a participant, you can't just be a victim. If you know a man's treating you like crap and you stay, you're not just a victim. I don't give a damn who says what. Every day you get a chance and a choice. If you are not willing to walk away, if you're not willing to make a new choice and take a new chance at something new, a new lifestyle, a new relationship, even being alone over being abused, you are a participant to your own demise. Don't get in my comment section talking about victim blaming. With the exception of women who are in danger, the rest of y'all are participants. If you are not willing to walk away, you all but guarantee the mistreatment of yourself and the destruction of your self-esteem. If you want to take your power back from people, if you want to get your self-esteem back, if you want to build that self-love that we hear about so much, you have to start having boundaries. You have to start setting expectations for people and holding them to that, just like they should hold you if they have any self-respect. No great man is taking shit like this from a woman. You wouldn't even respect him if he allowed you to treat you like that. Why would you believe that a man would ever respect you for allowing him to treat you the same way? He wouldn't. Weak men love it. Weak men will gravitate towards you so they can abuse you, so they can enslave you, and so that they can possess you. But a lot of y'all blocking y'all blessings, holding on to a weak man's ankles while these strong men are just looking at you like, that could never be my woman. Take your power back now, form new habits, patterns, and practices, and get into healthier relationships so that you don't learn toxic things that ultimately chase better men away and damage them. Anyway, I hope this helps. Follow me at KFIC24 on Instagram. If you need personal one-on-one coaching, go to my website. The link is down in the description box and in the comment section. I would love to talk to you about your dating and relationship situation and help you overcome some of the challenges that you're facing. Again, follow me on Instagram at KFIC24. I'll get with y'all later.